Motherhood ain't easy. This journey is not always sunshine and margaritas. You show love the best way you can. You sometimes raise your voice. You get overwhelmed. You cuss a little. And at some point, you feel like you are doing it all wrong. But here's the good news. You are not alone.
So buckle up and tune in as we laugh, cry, and overshare about our journeys in motherhood. Welcome to Respectfully Unfiltered. Welcome to another episode of Respectfully Unfiltered. I am your host, Tay, and the lovely Caitlin.
Caitlin.
New hair.
Do you think it kind of looks like ramen?
No, I think it looks beautiful.
I think it kind of looks like ramen and you just trying to be nice.
I'm so glad you said it because earlier when you were like this close, I was like, oh my God.
Walking around?
Like,
Have you thought that it looks like ramen?
listen, you wanted to surprise me. You didn't tell me what you were doing anyway. So
It doesn't look like ramen straight though. Like it's a
it
straight
doesn't.
haircut.
It's the fresh, like wet curl, like ramen look. But it's cute though. It looks cute on you, and it's even cuter like as you're slimming your face. It just and then the
Collarbone, man.
collarbones, like your collarbones are
I'm
collarbones.
mad that I had to ask you if it look back. I'm mad I had to ask you if you look like ramen and you didn't just come out and tell me.
I didn't want to. I didn't choose violence early today. I was gonna save that for later.
So was the first thought of ramen today?
Yes,
Okay, I can live with that.
yes.
The rude ass.
Listen, I mean, love you.
I feel it.
Anyways, on
Feel it in
today's
my
episode,
bones.
we're going to be discussing the power of sisterhood. You know,
You look like ramen.
but you know what? You a sexy ramen though.
It's
Not
just
the
getting worse. It's just
no,
getting worse.
it's
You know the
not.
99-cent ramen?
No, girl, the
Mm.
bougie kind. The bougie kind with the sliced vegetables.
I hate you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That was cute though. That was cute. You said it like it kind of just slipped out there. Anyways, um, what does sisterhood really mean to
You.
you? I feel like my definition of sisterhood is, I guess, changing. I feel like it used to be more like a bunch of people and a bunch of like just like a community, but instead of like it's more in depth.
Quality. Yeah.
Yes, it's a quality of community, not a quantity of community. And those meaningful like relationships, right? Where you can have like those unfiltered,
Mhm.
like I'm not going to say unjudged because like I feel like we all judge,
We're
right?
human, and I feel like there is a level of judgment on everything. I think the difference is, at least with our relationship, it's like, yeah, we judge him, but at the end of the day, it doesn't change our viewpoint of one
Right.
another. There's a
Right.
lot of times where we have instances and it's like, that's not what I would have done. You're like, bitch, that's not what I would have done. Well, you're not you and I'm not you. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Hello,
And
dear.
Larry,
Hi.
yo, 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 what's up?
She said, yo, 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 what's up?
Yeah, 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 what's up, bro? Yeah, 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 what's up, bro?
Yo, 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 what's up, bro? You're so cute. I love you. Um,
You
has your understanding of sisterhood evolved over time?
Yes. And because I feel like for me, I never really a baby. Boy, how's your day?
Peanut butter. She said, "How are you today?"
My great name, my this today.
You're so adorable.
I love you.
Yeah, you.
Here. Can you go
Sweet
back
boy.
inside while mommy records?
Chris, what do you in bingo?
Hmm?
What you in bingo in this?
We don't have any more Bluey and Bingo. See the empty box is right there. All right, I'll be back inside in a second, okay?
Okay.
Peace out. Love you. It's empty. It's empty. Ate it all.
Where's the backup?
Girl,
Are you sure? The hell out of you.
he sure did. And you should have seen his face because he was.
I bet.
Go ahead. You can. Is Bubba on the TV? Go play.
No, I did. Come to this.
Okay, go ahead. You can have it. You can have it.
It's in this.
Open it for you, please. Snacks. Here you go.
Need a snack.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. It's unfiltered.
What were we talking about?
So, do you feel like your understanding has changed?
Yeah, I think as I've gotten older, I realized that like community and sisterhood is important. I've always been a trauma response. I'm independent. I got it. I can't count on nobody but me. Listen, not because I want to, okay? Like, it's a trauma response. I understand that. I get that. But when you're used to not depending on anybody,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
what you gonna do? So I think now I realize the value of, hey, I can't carry this today. Can you help me out? Hey, I just need to get this off my chest today. Could you just listen? That sort of thing versus just like putting it all on my back,
I
adding it
got
to
it.
it. I got it.
Like
I
laid
got
on the
it.
floor, backpack.
Girl, wonder why I'm tired all the time.
So true, so true. So when you said like, I feel like you have like this shift, right? So like, do you feel as if there is healing through that connection of sisterhood?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, it's really fucking annoying. Like, I'm just keeping it 100. Half the
Listen.
time, I get annoyed with our relationship because you push me to be vulnerable and to talk about shit. And that's
And you
not what
want that
I do.
you're okay with that trauma response? You're like, all right, fuck it. Like,
Yeah, I'm not okay with it, but it's like, it's been working the last 33 years. Why stop now? Like,
but has it?
okay, first of all, you lost a little weight and now you think you just
That's
fucking Dr. Phil
that's
or
the
some
kind of
shit.
shit that you be
That's
asking
some
me.
shit that I would say. So,
Yes.
like, what is this?
Because I'll be like, oh, it's been working, da da da, and you'll be like, but is it? And I'm like, uh.
You've been using my language a lot this week, and
I'm
it's
becoming
not
more
working for me.
self-aware and just channeling
Gross!
channeling my inner you and inner healing.
I'm annoying as fuck.
Okay, so in saying that, right, like how like I
Mhm.
channel my inner you, and can you recall a moment when
Don't ask about no moment.
can you recall a moment where another woman showed up for you in a way that like shifted everything? And what did that support mean to you?
No, that's very feeling. And I feel like I've already talked about it. Next question, please.
But not to our audience, so continue.
Yes, I have. When you showed up for me when my grandpa was like on his deathbed, and like you had no questions, you just like dropped everything and like bam, you was at my door.
Were you at your door?
Really not, because your bitch ass had the code, so
I actually did not
you probably just let yourself in.
did not have the code, but I I do recall that like I typically like and it was for me it was nothing like
Which
you
is crazy because for me, like to call you like took like I don't want to burden her. Like she has her own family. Like she has her own stuff going on. Like, like the internal battle I was having of like, I need to call her. Like I need to call her
yeah.
versus like, it was a shrug for me. So to hear for you, like, it's fucking nothing. I'm like, girl, I was boo-hooing.
No, because it really like it I don't think that it was a lot or a burden because it was like you were running errands and you needed your bag packed.
Yeah.
And like it was like, well shit, I live like right around the corner, girl. Go ahead and let me in. Like I got it. And if I was like, I remember being on the phone with you and you were like, okay, well, my little suitcase is on the floor. And I'm like, okay, well, how many pair of pants, what pants do you need? What, like,
Yes.
I was in the closet, like grabbing stuff for
Yes.
you. And for me, it was like, okay, like I have a friend in need and I'm just sitting on the couch.
I
Like,
know, I'm
what?
gonna cry because to be completely honest, I actually forgot that you did pack my bag, but you totally packed my bag and then you watched my kids.
Yeah, girl.
Ew.
Yeah, like it was for me, like, I'm not going to say it was nothing, right? But like, I literally was like, right around the corner, Netflix and chilling, or like, Brian was off, like, okay, okay, like,
Yeah.
let's go. Like, where are you at? Girl, I don't even remember where you were,
I
but
don't either.
you were not close to the house because you had booked your ticket and you were like, okay, like, I got to be able to like come
I
home.
think I was in car pickup line.
Oh,
I think I was in car pickup line. It was like I
maybe.
couldn't leave pickup line.
Yeah.
It was like a whole thing.
And mom wasn't.
She was already, I think she was already up here.
Oh yeah, she was. She
Yeah.
was because she
Yeah.
had that I think surgery or
Yeah.
something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like I was like, girl, I got it. Like, and then I just brought Amari with me to play with me. Like,
Yes. And
okay,
that's the
brought
one
Aaron so he
thing
could.
that, like, you, no matter what, never make me feel like it's too much, even when you have your own stuff going
No,
on.
because it's not.
But it is. Like you said, like it's nothing, but it is. Like it's taking out of your day. Like you have Amari. Like it's another thing for you to do. And I think that's the other thing that
Girl,
I
you
don't
had
voice
toys.
enough.
You had
I did
toys.
have toys.
Amari played with toys and played with
And
Mila.
all the subscriptions. What you want to
Like,
watch?
it really.
Oh,
Like,
but
I was chilling. I was Netflix and chilling with two extra kids. Like, okay, like it wasn't. And like, and speaking about being there and being present, this ring light is gonna show everything, ain't it? Like, I think that for me there were a couple, but like I feel like having that sisterhood in that village, right, is so important, especially when you are struggling with mental health
yeah.
issues and diagnoses and depression and all of that, and not knowing when to like make that phone call or like
Mm.
do all the things. And I know that at times your girl can be a little off her rocker. um and even despite the fact that you moved before me, left me in Florida.
Wow, I left you. All right, abandonment wound. Let's go ahead and show ourselves.
Yeah. You moved and like I was overwhelmed with my mental and like medication and like motherhood and lifehood. Like you could not be there physically, but like it was nothing for you to pick up the phone and ask your mom, like, hey, like, what are you doing today? Like, can you go over to take? And I'm like, no, 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 no.
Girl, you know my personality. I didn't ask her.
You know, just like you, like not wanting to be a burden and like the same,
Mhm.
like I knew I
It was
had
very clear that you were overwhelmed. We
girl.
were not going to hit our target time
No,
and date, and you had to hit your target time and
yeah,
date because she had movers coming and like people
yeah.
coming to physically pack up her house. And like there was nothing in her house that was packed. Like
I
baby
mean,
girl was just
don't do that. There were things packed.
okay.
Not at the magnitude they needed to be packed at, but
Baby girl was sitting there in her overwhelmment. Is that a word? We gonna call it a word.
it's your
And
word.
that's
It's our
and
word.
that's fine because again, my there are things that you are great at that I am not, and there are things that I am great at that you are
Girl,
not.
you are excellent at getting shit done.
It's that hyper independence. Oh, it's
Like
stop. The train don't
because
stop.
Mama Sam came and baby girl was in what area you okay, well I was and for a minute I was like maybe I should like stand here. No, girl. Mama Sam was in the kitchen, like, okay, well, you can go finish doing what you was doing up there. Like she and I hear tape and boxes and like all of this, and I'm like,
Because
oh my
hyper
goodness,
independence runs in my family.
girl.
We all
Like
traumatized.
that's not what you think it is. Stop. And then like on another more like, sensitive
Hi.
emotion
Hi,
Hi.
baby.
emotional
Hi. Hi.
you blow her kisses.
Mm-hmm.
Love you.
Like on a I was not
Oh,
in the best of headspaces, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to therapy, I'm gonna go. Girl,
it's too heavy.
you had me a whole damn driver,
It's too heavy.
and not only a driver, be like I thought my little sneaky ass thought that I was finna, maybe head out early and just
I
da da da.
know you.
Girl, nah. I got that little notification that someone was in my driveway. Who was it? Mama Sam pulling up, ready to. I'm like, you don't have to. She's like, get in the car. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Like, like, and not just took me, yo, but like sat there and like waited and took me back to like that
Shout
support.
out to my mom.
Yeah,
Thanks for
like
letting me boss you around.
shout out to her mom for being there for me. Like I just like you guys are literally a definition of like friends turned to family. Like I
Ew.
thought it was just gonna be you over there.
Jealous.
I I really, really, really appreciate that. Like despite distance, like
Which is so funny because, like, for me, that was nothing. It was like, you're very clearly overwhelmed. I know that you don't have the physical capacity to, like, prioritize and make this something that has to be done. And that's fine. Listen, we'll mean girls it. I'm a pusher, Katie. I'm a pusher. Let's go, girl. And if I can't physically be there, I'll make sure somebody can.
go ahead. Yeah, it was definitely you saw through my my oh it's been working this long, like and it definitely
And I'm like, girl, the house is on fire. It ain't working. It ain't work.
see
This ain't working.
isn't that what I just told you earlier? Is it working? Is it? Is it? Yeah, circle back.
Mm.
But I also feel like when it does come to like motherhood, like in general, right? Like it can be lonely. It can be
Mm.
very isolating.
Mm.
Have you ever had that feeling of isolatedness?
Girl,
And
yes. I'm the
like,
queen of isolating. And when I was pregnant with Max and had Max, none of my friends had kids. I
mm,
was the only one with a baby. I was single momming it. Like,
but how has sisterhood bridged that gap for you?
well, now when I'm single momming it, I'm not lonely.
Yeah, I it does make a difference, right? Cuz like once I feel like once we have kids, it's kind of like you become kind of sucked into their orbit, right? Where it's just like, okay, like especially
Everything.
from a very young age, right? Like you've got to tend to this kid's needs and all of this, and you kind of
You no longer have needs.
yeah, you
It's
tend
all
to
about
forget,
theirs.
and you're
Yeah.
you've got to figure out when this baby pooped and when this like when is it time to feed and all of these things that it at times it might seem too much to even think about your
Oh, yeah.
own needs,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So it is like it is very like lonely, but I do like applaud like different like community groups, like like in when I was in Tampa. What are you doing?
He just wants to be around you.
I don't have
He
his.
wants that binky. Where's that binky at?
He thinks it's in my bra. That's why he
Because
keeps
everything's
grabbing.
always in your boobs.
It's not in there.
What is it?
This is my bra.
What is this? What is it?
Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
You're so cute.
What is it?
Go tell Bubba Aaron to come here. Bubba Aaron.
Papa Owen got it.
Watch it.
Let's go. Got it.
Thank you.
I need this.
Amari is on the case.
Another, I need this.
But like it is very isolating, right? Because then it's like, like it's like trying to carry this baby in the car seat in the diaper bed. Like it just becomes like, you become like a bag lady. Bag
Yep.
lady, you go. Like it's a lot. But when that's what I was saying when I was in Florida. Hold on, just a sec. No. Come. When I was in Florida, like the community roots was so
Mhm.
like, when I taught the mommy and me class and, the like that community and being around other moms
Yeah.
because, we had like our little instructor led like portion, but then we also had like time where it was just like, okay, now go mingle. Then we can mingle
Yeah.
while we're sitting there letting our kid like
Yes.
on a slide or on a whatever the case may be. um the thing is in my
That's her
drawer.
ADHD brain, everyone.
Yeah, it is. Can you get it for him without him knowing where it is? Thanks. Yeah. Yes, it is. It's so scattered. That's why I'm glad I got notes. Because my brain girl would have been gone. Like I'd have been like, what? What are we? What are we? What are we? Hello?
Oh, Papa Owen coming.
Huh?
Papa Owen coming.
Aaron?
No, Papa Owen.
Oh, I don't need Eric. You heard his what? What?
No, Papa Owen, no.
No, I don't need Bubba Eric, but Bubba Aaron's getting your thing for you. What? What the frittata?
I copy me. I did that.
Stop copying him.
Girl.
This is my dada.
There you go. You gonna go lay down?
I didn't see it. It wasn't in the
it
top
is.
right drawer.
Shush. Under. Under. So the middle, right? No, same spot, corner. Move some stuff.
Kind of stuff you moving.
Anyways,
Age.
so I wasn't calling him. I don't know why he told you that. I apologize. Wow. Completely unfiltered today, guys. Shut that door. My God. I'm really glad today of all days, like I actually have notes written down because but okay, so competition versus collaboration. How do we as mothers and women, like, how do we unlearn the cultural conditioning that pits us against each other? Like, because I feel like even in like that group like setting, right? Like it was just like, oh, well, such and such is like walking now. And it's just like, oh, then you get home and it's just like, why are you not walking? What have you got? Like, are you, do I need to
What am
start?
I doing wrong? What are,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Like, and what does it look like when we truly root for one another?
How do you think that's changed for you? I mean, I feel like we've had this conversation very recently about it's not a competition. And that's why I think our friendship is so refreshing for both of us because
Mm,
it's like just a genuine, like, want to see you win.
yeah. I think it's honestly, I think it honestly started with like healing myself
Hmm.
first, like going to therapy and just like starting to learn that I am me, like me is me, like, but also what does that mean? Because
Yeah.
I don't know who me is without like, oh yeah, I'm Ariana's mom. Oh, I'm Eric's mom. Oh, I'm Aaron's mom. Oh, I'm Omari's mom. Oh, you Brian's wife. Like, who am I? Right.
Hmm.
And as I continue to be on my medication and continue to go to therapy and continue to go to CrossFit, like, I am like kind of like dismantling the people pleasing and being okay with me. Like, and
Your
being,
like is more important than anybody else's like.
yes. So, when it comes to competition versus collaboration, like I think that instead of like girl, like I feel like you, the way you talk to, and I think I've told you this before, and talk to and interact with your children, like on like this, like, well, thank you for communicating that. Like, why are you not using your like, I'm like, okay, so she did that. Like, you know what I mean?
And I'm
Like,
over there like, I'm failing. Why did I use that tone? Why didn't I ask?
like girl, but like it is all about perception, like, somebody else's perspective,
Yeah.
right? Because like I'm over here yelling at my kids and like, oh my God, why are you blah, blah, like, just like, and feeling like I'm failing because like, the 9-year-old is just like terrified of me because so for so long before I started my healing process, it was a lot of yelling. So
Reaction. Yeah.
when I am talking to him, like, I do have to remember, one, all of my kids are different. Every single one of them. Like, they are not cookie cutter. They all came from me and my, like, and I'm thinking that they're going to come out and it's just going to be like copy and paste, copy and paste. Hell to the no, no, no. It's not. It's not copy and paste. So, like, when handling the 9-year-old, it's different. So, like, that approach that you have with your kids would work awesomely, awesome
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
him.
Yeah.
But I also trickle that in with like my tone for the rest of them,
Yeah.
right? So like I think that like shift as I'm healing, that shift in like we're not in competition, not just you and me, but like
Yeah.
me and other mothers, like, and other women, we're like, I'm
It's
not in
all our own
competition with
race.
you. Like,
Yeah.
you may have been on your spiritual healing journey longer. So what can I take from
Yeah.
your experience and apply it to mine, and seeing if like Okay, like, and sometimes, listen, don't get me wrong, sometimes that gentle parenting doesn't work if you got like out like feral children. Like
I
it
have
just,
feral children, and
but like, you know what I mean? Like that
yes,
collaboration versus, and but that can also work not just in motherhood, but also in life, in
yes.
entrepreneurialism, like in career, right? Like I feel like you, like as a community, and not necessarily a community with everybody, right?
Mm.
Like I'm learning that as well. Like not everybody is like, rooting for you, and not everybody wants the same, outcomes and all of that. So,
And not everybody should get the same version of you. Like, there should be different access points
mm,
for people. Like I used to get on you, like, ain't everybody your
yeah,
friend? Why is that's not a friend. Like, that's an acquaintance. And like, I feel like a broken record because it's like, listen, this person over here is going to get this version of me, and this person over here is going to get this
yeah,
version of me, and you're going to have this version of me. And that's not fake. That's just realizing and being cognizant of where you're at, where I'm
hmm,
at, and what I'm going to allow you access to.
yeah,
And that's okay.
yeah. And I do, like, I feel like I did feel like it was fake, right? I'm just like,
Mm,
oh, what do you mean? Like, I'm just free, and I'm just open, and I'm just, but that does that, and it, me being an empath and emotional
mm,
and feely, and like, all of the all of the energy and feely things, like that opens myself up to being, like, the possibility of being hurt more, because not everybody deserves full access
yep.
to me. So it is a learning, that, and a healing in here first, to realize that, like other women, other moms, other entrepreneurs, like they're not my competition.
Mm-mm.
Like especially when it comes to business,
Yeah.
there's enough businesses out here, there's enough people out here, like there's a great fit for, like any anybody. Like I had to get into the mindset of, like, I'm not everybody's photographer, I'm not going to be
Yes.
everybody's midwife, I'm not going to be
Yes.
everybody's, like,
And
birth
you
assistant.
shouldn't be, because at that point, then you're just that balloon in the wind, just
Yeah,
changing your whole personality based upon it.
yeah,
That's not authenticity. Like,
yeah,
you shouldn't be everyone's cup of tea.
yeah. And it also affects how I show up, right? Because
Mm,
if I'm over here, like, switching it up, and like being okay in this space and okay in this space, when really, like, that space over there, like, drains the shit out of me,
yeah.
then I don't have the energy to be in this space that I am, like, really excited to be in, and like
Yes.
this is where I really want to be, but they need me over here, so like I'm going to
Mm,
be over here. Like it is it is very important, and with the collaboration part, because if I can't be over here, then collaborating with other women, then, oh, well, you know what, I know somebody that would be a great fit for,
mm,
such and such. So, and that's the great part of also collaborating, and not competing with other women, because we are amazing beings, like, just like amazing, like we just get out of that crabs in the barrel mentality, and we could kill it. But, like, and making those connections,
mm.
you can refer, and you can, whatever. So yeah.
Do you think it's difficult to make those connections? Because, like you said, that crab in the bucket mentality, it's still very ingrained. And so finding like-minded women who legitimately at their core want to see you win versus like, yeah, girl, go. And then like they over there with Susie talking about how you really ain't shit and that product is shit and you never gonna make it. And
It is hard, especially learning to lean more into my intuition,
mm,
like, um and that's been new too, like, because other times it's like, oh yeah, you're just using your imagination, or you're just, like, maybe it's a trauma response, that's why you don't want to connect with nobody. Like, instead, like, slowing down and kind of like, instead of like jumping in and like
Mm,
divulging everything, like, I kind of am a little slower with release. um but then I also go through like, oh my god, did I say too much? Did I do this? Did I, rethinking conversations and stuff.
mm-hmm,
So it is still like a kind of like a trauma response type of thing, but it is like, I do like connecting with people, but it is kind of challenging because I've been conditioned to like, like the catty women and catty, that mindset. um but I currently there are people that, whether acquaintances or, whatnot, that seem very genuine and authentic in their wanting me to succeed and wanting
mm-hmm,
me to, to go far with the ideas and everything that I do have. um there are times where I kind of do hold back on
mm,
certain information because, like, I was also taught and raised like, like, don't your ideas, don't put them out there because then somebody could steal them and they got the
mm,
money and they could, whatever. And it's like, it's, but then because I'm isolated, or because I'm alone now, like, I don't have that like pick me up, so to speak, where it's just like, no girl, like, that's just, or somewhere to vent these issues because I'm isolated now, or like I'm in the corner, like, well, you know, I keep getting these coloring books kicked back and I've worked so hard on all 12 of them and the only one has been passed through, and it's just like,
have
but
you worked hard? You put in
also,
work. Don't let me discredit the fact that you have put in work.
are you questioning the fact that I use the word hard?
I am. Because yeah, they getting kicked back, but I mean, you developed all of those on the phone while mommy, while having headaches, while being sick, and like it was nothing. So like, I'm just saying, if you can do all that with that,
I was not
it was
sick.
work. Don't get me wrong. You did, it was work.
You're questioning the word hard work. So, it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Your question is valid. Your question is valid. It was fun. I think the hard part is the fact that keeps getting kicked back.
I was gonna say, I think you doing more work now than before. Okay, let's keep it a buck.
it it was, listen,
Mhm.
girl,
Listening.
don't be calling me out like that. Don't be calling me out like that.
Okay. I was just clarity. The people want to know, you know.
Oh, do they? So how does competition and collaboration work for you in the corporate world?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. Cool.
Rule number one of corporate is nobody is your friend. You could kiki with whoever. You can we family with whoever, but at the end of the day, corporate is corporate. We live in a capitalistic society, and you could think that I'm the fucking bee's knees, but guess what? Budget cuts are budget cuts. So I'm not gonna think twice about if it's you or me. Baby, it's you. Bye. There's no such thing. And I wish there was because I've met a lot of really cool people in my career. But at the end of the day, like me versus you, we all got bills and got to eat. What you think gonna happen? That's why you don't make friends in corporate. Like I will say there are like maybe three people who like I have genuine like real relationships, even people that I don't work with now.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if we was at the same company and I'm running my department and it's me versus you, bro, you mad cool outside of work, and I will help you find another job.
Okay.
Nah, no, 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 no. I feel like you can't have genuine connect, not genuine connection, but you can't have genuine like collaboration and yeah, we're all gonna win in an environment that is
Mm,
designed to make the most money possible and every employee is expendable. Like,
yeah.
I just don't think those things mesh.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
if we were in an environment and like, like we lived in a country where like all of our basic needs were met and like we weren't going to be like, if I lose my job today, I'm not going to lose my health care and like those sort of
Mhm.
domino
Mhm.
effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, but that's not the environment that we have working, and so I just don't think that those things can legit exist. Now maybe like, okay, if I got a homegrown fucking IT, all right, maybe because like we're never going to be.
Yeah. You're not in the same department.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then it's also hard in my work environment because of the work that I do. Like, you can't make friends because
Yeah.
you don't know who's going to be investigated. You don't know who you're
Yeah.
getting ready to chop. Like,
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
yeah, yeah.
It's hard. Well, let me go ahead and elevate so you can, not be there. Anyways,
Can you hurry the fuck up? Your payment due in 2 weeks. You see this?
no, what is it?
Goodbye.
So the sacred circle, like who are can I get it out first before you start doing that? Who are women in your life that hold space for you? And how do you nurture those relationships?
Did we talk about my hyper independence?
No, go ahead and recap that for us.
All right. Well, back when I was four. Nah. Anyways, I got two people, Tay and my mama, and I'm okay with that. It
How do
works
you
for me.
nurture those relationships?
I don't.
Do you not think that you nurture them?
I mean, I show up to them, but like, what? I don't know. What do you consider nurturing?
What is
That's the
your definition of
question.
nurturing?
Can I get a thesaurus?
No, when you hear like, do you nurture those relationships? Like, how do you feel like,
I
what
don't
does
know. I
nurture?
call you. I like send you little shit that makes me think about you. I like include you in my day to
Why
day.
you gotta do it like this?
And it's getting very feeling, and I don't like that.
How do you nurture the relationship with your mom?
Call her every day. I take her on a cruise. I text her.
Okay, okay.
I like now that I'm a mom, like send her stuff that like, girl, I don't know how you did it. Like, you really did MVP because what the fuck?
Listen,
You know, I think showing my appreciation or trying
mm,
to show my appreciation
yeah.
for those relationships. I don't know.
You
How do I
have
nurture a relationship?
you have gotten a lot better with like the vulnerability in the sense of sending me memes that express the way that you want to text, or letting me know that you care about me. And like we actually really do, like when I hear like do life together, like you and I, like we will be on the phone, and there are times where like
We're not
we
saying
will not
nothing.
we will not be talking, we will not be you'll be over there doing your little corporate thing, and I'll be
Hey,
over
shut
here working.
up.
What?
I'm not doing my little corporate thing and talking to you at the same
On
time.
your lunch break.
Yeah, my lunch break.
I'm sorry, I should have said it like that. My
Yeah,
bad.
you should have. Don't be,
My,
listen, you ain't a millionaire yet. Don't be trying to get my ass fired. I got
no, like
bills.
that's what I'm saying. Like when you're on your lunch break, like we're not necessarily like talking or whatever. Like, you over there like on your little walking pad and whatever. Like we are like doing life. But even when we not lived together, but
Basically.
um even when we lived around each other, like I think that we had gotten to like this point. Actually, I'm not even gonna say this point because I feel like it's been like from the jump. Like it was like, okay, well, hey, I'm gonna go. I want to go check out this. I want to go check out this vegan spot. Like, let's go. Like,
Remember when we drove to the grocery store only for it to not be open?
Hi.
So
yep,
rude.
Yeah,
yep.
like that.
She can't hear you.
Yeah, like that, baby.
Hi, baby boy.
Hi.
Sit.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh.
thank you.
Good one.
And like, oh well, hey, like I got errands to run today. Like, what you doing? Like, and it will be me, you, Mari, Mila, Maxwell, Aaron, like, and like, hey, I gotta stop at where were like Ross or something, and
Yeah.
we just walk it through Ross together, like, or hey, I need to go grocery shop. Like, it's low
Hi.
energy. It's not trying to do things. It's
Not
being.
everything has to be a production of like, we need to go here, we need to have this
Yes,
event, and we need to have this structure, and we need to do this.
yes,
It's like, no, like, this is my day to day. Do you want to be a part of my
yes.
day to day?
Like, sitting on the couch, like the kids playing, whatever in on the floor, TV, however, you heard.
That's your baby.
That's my. TV's on. Like the boys are in the room playing on, whatever. Like I'm sitting on the couch scrolling. You going up and downstairs folding lawn. Like it's doing life, and it's a presence thing. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily like, okay, we got to do this and this.
Yes.
Like, so that's how I nurture, this one, and then I have relationships back in Florida where, we do weekly check-ins. Like I came across something on Instagram or whatever. It was like Waffle Wednesday, and it's not necessarily it lands on Wednesday all the time, but
Meow.
meow.
Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Woof, woof, woof. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay, kitty
Meow,
soft
meow,
balls.
meow, meow.
I love you. So I saw that, and we started incorporating that, and then I saw like another thing where like you create like a shared photo album, and that's how you also communicate that way. So I started incorporating that as well, where we can kind of keep up with the kids and keep up with stop. We don't have any more watermelon popsicles.
What?
We don't have any watermelon popsicles.
Particles?
No more watermelon.
My menu.
Mango.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yay.
Oh my god. And that's how like, keep up with like, we have one where it's like our fitness journey. Oh yeah, you got mango. You need a cup though.
Thank you.
I miss you too.
Thank you, Dada.
Trash.
Bubba, oh, wet.
Here you go. Here.
Thank you.
And that's how I keep up like with them. Like I'm able to do the weekly check-ins, and then we got the little photo album, so we send each other like, and that's also now how we send our weekly check-in videos is through the album. So we don't have to scroll through our text messages.
Yeah.
We can just go back to that album, and it's shared that way. So it is. And I think that also goes into like, motherhood and friendships, right? Like how, like we already touched on, like how like relationships have changed in the sense, like since, being a mother, right? Because like before we were able to kind of like do, up and go and do what we want to do and when we want to do it and how we want to do it and stay out as late as we want to. Now it's just like it's getting kind of late. Where and that's another thing, right? Like motherhood and friendships, like we could listen, we done had a sleepover and like kids got pallets, like we over there like and that's great. And that's something that I feel like I've really prayed about and
Mhm.
wanted. And like and my husband understands that, you know what I mean? Like he's just like, all right, I'm
Shout
like,
out to
well,
B, because we
yeah,
used to just be popping up, rolling around,
listen,
doing. He's like, all right, all
like
right.
like we're gonna go spend the night. We're gonna have a sleepover at Caitlin's house. And he's like, okay, like who you taking? I'm like, Aaron and Amari, like, and I love that. Like
Yeah,
I excuse me, like I love that, like it could be just us or it could
yeah,
be like us and our kid, like
yeah,
because we do have kids, so that dynamic looks a little different,
yeah.
and we've had dinners together. We order pizza, we ordered ramen, we ordered like they run around circles in the living room trying to catch each other, like,
Yeah.
and it's also like allowing them to be kids, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not like shit, do that, like
Yeah.
go play, we gonna be over here, like. And even when we rent, what did we rent? We Bring It On,
Bring it
and we
on.
didn't even watch it. Like
I
we was
didn't
over there
watch
just
it.
chit chatting and just watching the kid, like.
Didn't even watch it.
And that's what it looks like now, right? Like that's what showing up for me
Mhm.
looks like now, like where it doesn't necessarily have to be it doesn't necessarily have to be you and I alone,
Mm.
right? Like I love
Hmm.
our time together, but sometimes that's not
Yeah,
always
it's not
ideal,
practical.
right? Like we both got kids. Like I got double, like,
She
double
got a
yours.
gang of them.
Like, and it's not always ideal for it just to be just to be the two of us. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, hey, I'm gonna have Amari with me today. That's cool. I'll
Yeah.
bring me, like,
Yeah.
and then we can, do that. So, like, do you agree that like that's like that dynamic is like shifted, right? In like the sense of like motherhood prior to kids and motherhood or friendships after kids. I meant to say, friendships.
Go
Like
home, Roger.
like friendships prior to
Yes.
kids and then friendships after kids.
And I think too for us, it is a little easier because we do have kids in a similar age
And
range.
yeah,
So it's like it really works.
yeah, it works out really well.
Whereas, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, had you not stalked me at the soccer park, like, it would be completely different. I was minding my own business. Minding my own business. But it works.
It worked out for you and me. Mm, mm, mm. So when it comes to friendships and motherhood and relationships, like raising the next generation, like what
Ugh,
are we
that's
teaching our
terrifying.
kids, especially our daughters, about sisterhood and friendships and supporting other women?
That's really good because I don't think I've actually genuinely thought about that.
Mm,
I don't think I actively, like, day to day am teaching her things, but I guess I'm teaching her things through my actions.
hmm
So now, like, I need to examine what are my actions showing her. Interesting. Can we come back to that? Because now I'm kind of spiraling. Like, oh God, let me add that to the list.
well, I think, right, for starters, well, my daughter is older, So she's not like constantly around. And it made me process too. It was like, fuck, like what did I teach you about sisterhood? Like what did I teach you about? But I think that when we become close to other women and those
Mm.
friends become aunties or Kodak aunt,
Yes.
whatever, like I think that's showing them that family doesn't always have to be blood,
In fact, for
right?
me, I feel like a lot of times, like, it rarely is. Like, I think about, like, the people I'm closest with, like, and I always tell you, this is why I hate that, like, you're not expressive. Girl, we got whole tattoos together. The only other person I have a tattoo with is my brother. Like, what do you want from
Oh.
me? Yeah, but that one don't really count because I'm gonna get that covered up because we not going, that's a different episode. It's a different, I love you, mama. You know, that's why I'm not covering up because of you. Anyways, so for me, it's like, of course I love you. Like, paint my body.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, we do. I
There's nothing as permanent as that.
You're right. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna need you to
But
like,
you know what my brain does?
oh God, what did? Please enlighten us all.
I'm like, my kids, my Amari calls you TT, Caitlin. Your kids don't call me Auntie Tay. So maybe I'm not maybe she doesn't think of me like,
But when I told my child I had a surprise for him, he said, "Oh, is it Tay? Goodbye."
I
I'm not playing with you. You're not playing with me. We not doing that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like I that's what my brain does. It just be doing its own thing. Ooh, that looks cool. Anyways, uh well, that has been another episode of Respectfully Unfiltered. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch y'all on the flip side. Ooh.
You're a mess.